DreAllDay.com. DreAllDay.com. Topic: offending people is not a crime. You know, on a place like social media, period, YouTube, any other social media platform, a lot of people like to run around and let everybody know how they're offended by something that somebody said or by something that somebody did, as if that person has committed some kind of crime, as if that person's going to go to jail. And I know jail these days is not actual jail. It's not getting arrested by a cop. These days, jail is having a bunch of people flooding your timeline or your captions or your comment section or your inbox, or I don't know, trying to get you fired from a job, I guess. But here's the thing that all of you need to understand. Next time that you're offended by something that somebody says or something someone does, as long as it's not illegal, as long as they didn't like physically harm you, they didn't steal nothing from you, or just something that someone represents or you think they represent. Understand this. It's not illegal to offend people. It's not against the law to offend somebody. If I was to share an opinion in this video that you disagree with, or you're really offended by, or you feel like I'm attacking your group, that's not a crime. It's not illegal for me to do that. Now, you can have an opinion, you can leave a comment, and you can say what you want to say, or you can make your own video talking about me. You could put together a petition and getting a whole bunch of your friends to attack me. You could do all those things, but nobody's committed a crime there. If you do that to me and get a whole bunch of people to attack me, that ain't a crime. I can't call the cops on you. You didn't do anything. I mean, maybe harassment if you're going too far, but as far as like I say I felt like you were social media bullying me or trying to, that's actually not a crime. And now maybe harassment, I don't know what the letter of the law is on that, but you understand what I'm saying, right? If I was to get on here and say, let's say some white person was to get on here and say that they hate black people, that's actually not a crime. Now, maybe you could try to get them fired from their job or, you know, excommunicated from their group or their community and nobody likes them or anything like that, but they didn't commit a crime. They ain't going to jail for it. And the reason why I'm bringing all this up is for y'all to understand something. These days, everybody has... The only thing that's changed from back in the day, quote unquote, to now is that now we can hear everybody's opinion. The opinions that you're hearing today are not brand new opinions. So if somebody says something you feel like it's racist or sexist or homophobic, or they're attacking a certain group or some group that's not able to defend themselves, or however you want to word it, understand that those are not new. This is not a new thing. The only difference now is that instead of there only being 20 channels on TV, where that's the only place you could hear all these things, now you got 8 billion channels, because every single one of us has our own channel, literally, to say whatever the hell we want and to express our opinion. So now we got more options to be offended. We got more ways that somebody could say something that could bother us. I want you to understand something. People are always going to have opinions that you don't agree with. There's always going to be somebody on this planet saying something that you disagree with, that goes against your group, that is attacking some organization or some demographic that you are a part of. And here's the problem. You ain't got the time or the energy or the attention to go back at all of them, or to set all of them straight, or to make a fucking hashtag about them, or try to get them fired or excommunicated, or whatever you think you're going to do that's going to have some kind of effect on that person. You ain't got the time to be doing all that. What you really need to focus on, instead of looking for something to offend you, because you'll always be able to find it if you look hard enough, focus on what you can do. Focus on your words, your actions, your energies, your mindset. Because if you're running around, just think of this. If you were to go on YouTube right now, if you told me all your demographics, male, female, black, white, where you're from, if you're Jewish, you're Islamic, you're Muslim, you're LGBTQ, whatever groups you're a part of, I guarantee I could find you 10 pieces of content on the internet, whether that's audio, video, written content, a picture, a meme, somebody saying something that you could take offense to if you wanted to. If you got creative enough, you could find a way to be offended by it. What is that really going to do for you? How is that going to help you advance in your life? Looking at the goals that you have for your life, how is getting upset about any of that going to move you forward? Can you answer that question? If you can't answer that question, then here's my suggestion to you. You don't need to pay attention to that. If you're going to take offense to something, take it and figure out a way that you could use it for your own purposes, some way that you could advance your cause. For example, the video I put out yesterday, I was talking about how I saw this Uber driver not get out the car to help these girls with their bags. That ain't my business. I wasn't the rider in the Uber. I don't know if the girls even took offense to it. It didn't seem like they gave a fuck. The dude, I didn't talk to him. It didn't seem like he gave a fuck. Maybe they didn't care. But When I saw it, it sparked an idea in my mind. I said, all right, this is the way that I think. How can I take this example and use it for my own purposes? So what became of it? I made a video about it. I did a podcast episode with that as the basis of it. I wrote an article with that as the basis of it. So I used it to build my own content, to get my own opinions out there through the story of some people that I don't even know that have nothing to do with me. So you see how I was able to use that for my own purposes, but not to get angry about it. I ain't mad about it. I'm not attacking it. I didn't call Uber and put in like a complaint about the driver and get a license plate number and none of that shit, because what's that going to do for me? Nothing. So if you're going to feel some type of negative energy towards another person who you don't even know over something they said that's not a crime, you ain't calling the cops on them, you either need to figure out a way that you can use it for your own purposes, or let it go. Go find something productive to do, something that's actually going to help you get to where you want to go in life. A lot of energy gets wasted these days on just people being offended over shit that you can't do nothing about the fact that you're offended, and nobody gives a damn that you're offended. And the person, here's the greatest thing about it for the other person, the person who said or did something that offended you, the more you talk about them or try to attack them or try to galvanize a group of people to go at them or not like them or hashtag about them, all you're doing is drawing attention to that individual. All you're doing is making them more known, making their message spread even further, making them more popular of the very thing that you don't like because you keep talking about it. And this is something that I've said many times to people about Trump being the president. The more you attack him, all you're doing is getting people to talk about him. The more you attack him, all you're doing is getting his fans to support him even stronger, because they see that he got people going against him. Us versus them is one of the best ways to galvanize a group of people. When they know that there's an outsider group and an insider group, and everybody on the outside is attacking us, then they're going to get defensive and they're going to be even stronger supporters of whoever's on the inside. So every time people attack Trump, for example, and I don't have a dog in a political race. Every time people attack Trump, all you're doing is making Trump supporters support him even stronger. Isn't that crazy? If you really think about it, that's exactly what's happening. So I read once in this marketing book, I believe it was the 22 Irrefutable Laws of Marketing that said this. I know I read that book, but I don't know if that was the book that said it, but I think it was them. One of the things that they said in that book was avoid knocking the competition. Don't make a whole campaign bashing the competition, because usually, every now and then there's an exception, but usually when you bash the competition, all you're doing is drawing attention to the competition. Now you're getting people to notice them because you keep talking about it. So when you notice somebody doing something or saying something, representing something that you really strongly disagree with, one of the worst things you can do is to keep talking about them, because now you're gonna make everybody be like, all right, this person keeps. It's like if I hated somebody on YouTube and I keep making videos talking about how terrible they are. Eventually you're gonna be like, either you're gonna be like, damn, Dre won't stop talking about this person. Dre needs to get a life. You might think that, or you're gonna think, damn, whatever this other person is doing, it must be interesting enough because he can't stop referring to these people. Let me go see what they're doing. Then you're gonna start watching their videos. Now I just sent them another fan when all I'm trying to do is make them look bad. Do you understand how that works? See, this is why the law of karma is the law of karma. The energy you put out is the energy that you get back. When you give energy to something that you disagree with, all you are doing is popularizing that thing. If you really want something to go away, if you really disagree with something, if you really wish it didn't exist, the smartest thing you could do is what Jay-Z said. You're not feeling me? Fine. It costs you nothing. Pay me no mind. The problem with most people is that they are too ignorant of this concept to do it. And ignorant means not to know, meaning they're not aware of this concept. Therefore, they do the exact wrong thing, which is attack it, which draws attention to it. But if you're smart, like Jay-Z was when he said that, pay it no mind. Things that you focus on get bigger. What you ignore goes away. Now, some people think, well, we can't ignore it, because if we ignore it, it's only going to get bigger. They're just going to keep doing it and this, that, and the third. I guarantee you that's not the way human nature works. People will eventually ignore something as being ignored by everybody else. But if you keep talking about it, they're going to start talking about it. That's the way it works. The problem many people have is they just don't have the discipline to execute this. So they will tell me that it's wrong, that doesn't work. But when's the last time you tried it? Exactly. Work on your game. Dre all day.